What is the best way to correct our husbands when they wrong? And another one is
correct your husband the way you correct your rulers. The women in the early times, they used to see their husbands and the way we see our rulers. Hold your husband by the hand and tell him what he has done. In privacy, don't go to his friends until you have found that you have made good efforts and it's not yielding. And it is not with his friends. Look for his teachers or his parents. I usually ask a woman, she says yes to a man in marriage. A man wants to marry you. I always ask, that man, who are his teachers? Because the matter will come back to the teachers later. If anything happens in marriage, who are his teachers? Who are his guides? Who are his models? They may have to come in the marriage. So if he doesn't change, find his teacher, find his guide. The wife of Safwan ibn Mu'attal, this hadith occurs in Sunan Abi Dawud. He reported Safwan ibn Mu'attal to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because the Prophet was the guide, because the Prophet was the leader, because the Prophet was the ruler. That makes us understand that sometimes the issues may even be taken to government depending on the deprivation. Like in the case of men who physically hurt their wives, men who beat their wives, she may choose to report the case to government. She may choose to report the case to government. If after talking to him, after reporting him to his teachers, or perhaps his parents, like the father, the woman should have access to the father of her husband, because that's a mahram for her permanently in the Sharia. So he has access, or she has access to his father. He can have access to his father, or those that are known to be his models. She finds a way around that and reports the case to them so that they call him to order. I always tell women, don't marry a man who does not have a model. Don't marry a man who does not have somebody he respects that can call him to order, that can advise him. Don't marry that kind of a man. Don't marry a man who does not have anybody. Nobody can talk to him. Marrying that kind of a man is a danger, because somewhat, somehow in marriage, you need to come back to someone that your husband respects if there's a digression. If he respects the person, then the person will just call him to order, and hence the matter is resolved. But if you marry a man that nobody respects, he will tell you that nobody can talk to him. You can go to the Jupiter, then you know that you're in trouble. You have loved and loved and loved, you got into trouble. May Allah protect us. So open your eyes as you are loving. Be reasonable. Be reasonable as you are loving and sending WhatsApp messages to a man you want to marry. Be reasonable. Because if you get into marriage with a man who hasn't anybody, including his father, including his brothers, his uncles, nobody can talk to him, then that's not a good husband to marry. That's a red flag for you. Don't tick the box. Don't think you can go ahead. Don't think that he's comfortable, he will change. Men don't change like that. So may Allah protect us. The way the woman will help change, rectify her husband is to talk to him many times. Not just I have told him. Tell him in many ways, at home, privately, before it becomes something that people outside may intervene. From those who can intervene are his teachers or his models, people he respects in the community. And if the matter becomes so bad, the government may also have to be called in to intervene. Allahu Akbar.